Peace, family. I just wanted to tell you guys I appreciate everyone who supported my book. It was my first one. It released around June and May, around that time, mid year. So I really wanted to say I appreciate everyone who supported, everyone who liked it, everyone who's commented, everyone who's bought the book, shared the book, reposted it, just even talked about it, even thought about it. So thank you. Love you guys. There's more to come for sure. Uh, if I ever, I get asked a lot, why did I write the book? And more importantly, people think that the book is about me. Look, I ain't made it that far in life just yet to have an autobiography that people want to listen to. The book is more specifically about you. The book is meant to be as a reflection, as a mirror, for you to read it, for you to understand it, and most importantly, better understand yourself. It's meant to be a mirror because it's supposed to expose the the questions that we're afraid to ask ourselves, and also dig deeper for more genuine answers during this life experience. Now, it's a reminder as well for who exactly we are, because so much has been diluted and saturated with our mindsets being drifted away from what our core beliefs are. A lot of people are stuck in this prison of a mindset of who they should be, who the world think they should be, instead of living in their true belief system. So this what this book is supposed to exemplify, and also ask yourself why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? And if the reason doesn't align with your core belief system and your principles, then there's the answer right there. You need to restructure your habits. You need to restructure what you do on a daily basis, because at the end of the day we only get one life at this, and I'd rather live life in its with its fullest than live life in a prison, in that mental prison. So again, thanks to everyone who's bought the book, and also, supported the movement. I think it's time to wake up ourselves and free ourselves, because at the end of the day, I'd rather be in a position to where I'm able to decide about my future and live wholeheartedly with this future that I'm deciding for myself, than have the world decide and dictate how I move. And also, a lot of times we get caught up in what the world image of ourselves are, how we then get pulled in certain directions that doesn't align, and it's like an inner conflict that takes place within us. Now, with this inner conflict, it's kind of hard to have proper dialogue because there's so much congestion going on within ourselves. So to silence this congestion, we then rely on vices and different types of distractions to silence it. And during that time, we submit to this version of ourselves that isn't real, that is just make believe, that's in our minds. And our habits and our daily practices then align with this self belief system that isn't true, where we rely on certain things to to pretty much speak for ourselves rather than us speaking for what we truly believe in. And a lot of times that causes dysfunction within ourselves, and that causes dis-ease within ourselves. And it can go a lot deeper, from different eating habits to the partners that we align with, to the people that we surround ourselves with, different vices. You know what I mean? People get addicted to a lot of things that you know they don't agree with, and their conscience is screaming at them, and they're just steadily, consistently, diminishing the voice of that consciousness that wants them to be great. That true belief within ourselves, that what some like to call that higher self, and that Christ consciousness that's within us, that's steadily trying and steadily wanting us to be better and do better. And to do better, you have to first become better. But how do you become better without knowing who you really are, right? The only thing that's going to tell you who you really are is the person in front of you when you're looking inside that mirror, right? So to have less congestion, we need to first have clarity. And to first have clarity, we need to first decide on who we want to be. And then everything that doesn't align with that vision of ourselves, we need to decide to what they say, cut the umbilical cord. We need to disconnect from those practices. They say your habits create your character. But first, with habits, it comes the decision to do so. So, peace, family. I hope you guys got a little bit from this. You know what I mean? Grab my book. It's called The Art of Self. It's on Amazon right now. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Support it. Don't support it. Doesn't make a difference. The most things that I like to see is more than just the passive income that's coming into my account, but most importantly, the impact that I'm leaving on people, the impression that the people are actually living in a disguise. So they get this they get this book, they get this mirror, and they have to ask these tough questions, and they actually have that inner dialogue for them to have inner peace. And then they finally, I hear so many different perspectives from men and women, young and old, on how it's like, first of all, it reminds them of the fact that what I was doing isn't what I align with, and also it kind of reconfirms certain beliefs that they already knew, but they are the only ones that kind of thought in that way, so they kind of had to have that re-verification of it. And also, you know, I've gotten so many different things, so many different people just give me certain different perspectives, and I love it. And just to have that impact on people is just, that's the real asset. So, peace, family.